Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Brendan and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, it is great to have you, and Bitcoin has officially reached a crucial level of support. In fact, if Bitcoin wants to continue in the manner that it has been heading into the upside, it really needs to hold right here. Now, this comes after one of the worst weeks that we have seen in the 2020 bull market so far, and now that we are back down at the bottom of support after a failed breakout, I want to talk about where I think Bitcoin is going from here, because I know people are already calling this the top, and I want to make sure that this is clear because I don't think we have quite enough information to call this as a reversal, but I do see this as a definite warning sign. So if any of that sounds interesting, make sure you guys stick around for the entire duration of the video, as there will be important information discussed the entire way through. But that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into this. So first thing I want to highlight over here, and of course we are on that 4-hour chart, I want to make sure that we highlight exactly what happened on Bitcoin. Now, we're going to take a look at this on a 4-hour for right now, and then we're going to end up breaking this down on a 1-day because those are two of my favorite timescales to look at. So if we're looking at what happened over here, of course, we can see the rally off of support over the 50 EMA to the upside, and of course, what we expected was the breakout. Now, what we didn't expect is for the breakout to be so small, because a measured move out of something like this should have brought us at least somewhere close to 13,000. And, we didn't even get halfway there. I don't even think we got halfway through our measured move before we saw this double top. Now, this is something I talked about in Monday's video as a warning sign for Bitcoin. A formation this large should not be double topping on a 4-hour like this. In any manner. Of course we said, maybe it's possible that it does like a break, hook, and go, but for it to break out, get over this, not just do like a little breakout, retest, and go, but for it to have a full breakout, not even get half of the way to its measured move, and then start retracing back downwards after a double top was a very, very weird maneuver. Of course, the volume was there, but the price action just wasn't following. And of course, we had some other things that just made this look a little bit weird. And so that is one of the main talking points that we had a couple of days ago. And of course, this did actually play out. We are retracing exactly back down to our target, which is another one of the things that we talked about. Now, of course, our first target was this previous resistance now turned support. The second one was the EMA, which we actually initially bounced right off of over in here. And the third one was this bottom of the uptrend of this previous ascending triangle down in here. So of course we went straight through the first one, bounced off the second one, eventually fell through, used it as resistance, and now we are retesting our third and final form of support over here on Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin really wants to hold here, or if Bitcoin doesn't hold here, I think things are going to get a little bit troublesome for Bitcoin. Now, what I'm not saying, and I'm going to go ahead and move this over to the daily chart for this, I'm not saying that this is just like the end of Bitcoin and that we're heading back down to new lows or anything like that, but it might be time that people are just taking profits, and we have had quite the uptrend so far over here, and I really want to highlight this. Maybe we're coming back down to support. This could be somewhere around the $10,000 to $11,000 area for Bitcoin, in my opinion, or excuse me, not the 11,000, anywhere between I think 10,000 and 10,500, which is going to mark this solid little area that we have over right in here on this 1-day time scale. So of course we are going to have the 50 EMA, we're going to have the top of this major form of resistance that we had over here, not once, not twice, but 3 actual separate times, and then of course we have the bottom of this parallel channel all in this range. Now just below this you're going to have the 200 EMA on the daily time scale, and you're going to have a lot of resistance in here. If Bitcoin starts breaking down below like 9K, I think that we could be in a predicament, to say the least. But we're very far from that region, and I really do think that we have to understand that there is a ton of support in between where we're at right now at 11,200 and what is below us over in here. So we have a lot built up. Again, there is a ton of candle points that we can chart to the downside, and we'll kind of have to just see how this plays out right now. Of course, this could just be a continuation into the upside. We have not broken support yet, and while I'm looking at these indicators and it doesn't look, I would say it doesn't look ideal, we are in the neutral territory. It looks like that on the, I think it was the 4-hour, because I was looking at this earlier, it looks like the 4-hour MACD has started and begun to round off. So we can see right now we are printing what looks to be a lower high, essentially a lower high on this MACD chart. We'll have to see if that plays out because the oscillators are still both pointing downward, so it's a little bit too early to say right there. And again, the RSI is sitting on neutral on both the 1 day and the 1 hour both the 1 day and the 4 hour. So there is really room for this guy to move either to the up or the downside. I do think that it is not out of the question for this to actually break down here. Again, the trend is your friend, and I'm not saying that this is the top, but I think that we are starting to see a little bit of warning signs on Bitcoin. Now, I do say warning signs, but it's not like we haven't seen this already. In fact, some of you guys have probably already caught this, because what we've done is we've rejected this relative area, broken down below this 50 EMA, and then of course bounced off of the support. And then we came back up, tested resistance, broke through the 50 EMA, and then bounced off support again. And now we actually broke out, but we broke below the 50 EMA, and we are retesting this exact same support line. So with Bitcoin behaving in a relatively consistent manner for the most part, I think the only difference here is in this instance, we had big wicks here and big wicks here and no candle body closings, and now we're starting to see some candle body closings after the initial wick. So what this is telling me is, this isn't quite as bullish as I would like to see it. I don't like the fact that we broke down, used the 50 EMA as support, bounced up, rejected resistance, came back down, broke through support, and then rejected support. And now we're sitting right back on the bottom of resistance within the same day. So I do see this as a potential warning sign on Bitcoin. I don't like the way that this looks. I really hope that this does rally back up to the upside, and we can see some price action up in here and kind of discredit this entire theory. But I think we definitely are tampering on the line of tampering on a line that we need to be careful of. So that is my just argument for what is going through my head on Bitcoin. I just want to give a quick update because this is something that I was actually talking about in the Discord today. So if you guys want to join the Discord, there's a free link to that in the description down below. There's no strings attached. It's just kind of an area where my community resides, and I like to give updates and communicate with you guys outside of the comment section down below. So again, if you guys did enjoy the video, smack that like button, smack that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.